And then I met a girl who knew an agent who submitted me on some episodic television shows, and I played like the bad brother, I think, or the hostile. I was some sort of I was like the bad seed or something. In fact, it was Denzel Washington. It was Saint Elsewhere, and I was in a scene with Denzel, and I was playing a bigoted brother. Our father had been beating up my younger brother, and we were trying to blame it on some sort of racial thing. That was the episode, what it was about, and then one thing led to another, and I started doing more episodic TV. And
You were also on Miami Vice, were you not, at in those early times?
Yeah, I did Miami Vice, and I did Cagney and Lacey, and Tour of Duty, and man.
Why don't you tell us about the Bond film that's Die Another Day that's going to be coming out?
Die Another Day, yeah. That's a good title, don't you think?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I did that, and originally they were going to have me as a character who gets killed off. And when I got to London, I had a meeting with Barbara Broccoli and Michael Wilson, the producers of Bond, and I guess we all arrived at the conclusion that it would be a good idea to have me as a recurring character in the Bond series, and which is nice, and there's a big legacy there and a great history of the Bond pictures, and I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I'm looking forward to going back and doing another one, and I'm going off to Mexico to do a Western called Blueberry, and I did a comedy last year called The Guest with Tara Reid and Terrence Stamp and Ashton Kutcher. Andy Richter's in the picture, and Molly Shannon, and it's very, very, very funny. If it's even half as funny as it was while we were making it, I think that it's going to be a pretty big picture, a big success. But we'll have to wait and see, because it hasn't been released yet. I don't think they're finished cutting it. In fact, I think.
And when will we be seeing that then?
I don't know. I wish I knew. I think they're still putting it together. I think they might want to shoot. They called me to tell me that they might want to shoot some more extra scenes of my character with it to complete it. So, you know, that's where I'm at, man.
The actors will return in a moment. We now return to the actors.
Given your druthers, your preferred situation, what kind of work would you like to do only in the future, supposedly? Suppose you could pick out the ideal situation. What would that be? What kind of material? What kind of people to work with?
You know what? I think the thing of it is that I've over time I've realized that the kind of movies that I would have liked to have made have already been made. You know, The Hustler and HUD and Cool Hand Luke and you know, Lonely Are the Brave and you know, The One-Eyed Jacks or On the Waterfront or Shane or you know, Heaven Knows Mr. Allison or The Train, you know, The Birdman of Alcatraz, you know. I mean, those kind of pictures are yeah. I don't think that if those kind of pictures were in my future, I would love to keep being an actor. But I think that knowing that time may have come and gone, if I could start over again, I think I might like to be a NASCAR driver. I love NASCAR, man. It's just a down and balls out. It's just a blast off, man, and it's just a, you know, that to me is just that's the stuff, man. That's the shit to me, man. That's just a. I drove a NASCAR when I was making the getaway at Phoenix International Raceway. I did 4 laps in a Citgo Dirt Devil, and you know, I did about 165. You know, I was on the track by myself. You know, I'm not pretending that I was in traffic, which I know is a different thing. But I did get off on it, and I have always been a big race car enthusiast. And in high school, that's all I ever did was build race cars, and that was all I was ever involved in. Quarter-mile straight drag car, and I would like to do that. I mean, I'd love to be in the 24-hour, you know, like the Daytona, you know, or the Le Mans, or Le Mans.
So are you
I'd like to
going to
drive
do
race
that,
cars,
or
yeah.
perhaps
That would be more exciting to me than I think making movies. I really honestly believe that. If
perhaps
I could make
maybe-
a living at that, and if I could be appreciated that, if I had the time to excel at that, I think I might have been a happier person.
Well, perhaps you were saying with the films you have a nostalgia for that different era and that different type of film. Perhaps maybe something that's a part of that is perhaps a challenge that's being thrown your way. Maybe, I don't know. The universe works in strange ways, but maybe that's something for you to bring back. Maybe that's something for you to do.
Well, I'd love to bring it back, and I'd like to be able to bring that back. And if I had the ability to do that, I've sure been working on it. I have a few screenplays and a few projects that I'm trying to develop, and trying to take my destiny into my own hands as an actor, and trying to set up some things that I believe are the kind of pictures that I'd like to be in and that I think people would like to see. But it's a really hard road, and it's a different ball game, and it's you know, I mean, let's face it, this is what I'm doing, so, you know, chances are I'm going to keep doing it, and
Good.
and I can only hope to make some good pictures. In fact, you know, I mean, I love Billy Bob Thornton. I really respect Billy Bob. I love Sling Blade and
Great. Well, Michael, thank
Monsters
you for
Ball,
joining
right?
us.
Yeah.